was identifying the synagogue of Satan. All right, without, abrasively talking down on someone or calling them names. What we did, we went into history to show the track record of the powers and the Jewish powers who are ruling in the earth today. So, it leads us to a lesson we are about to do called the war. All right? What we will attempt to do is to show you the beginning of this war according to the Bible, and show you how this impending war would actually lead to the deliverance of God's people. Now, it's called the war, and when we look at the news and see all these pretexts for so-called war, be it terrorists or terrorist activity or anything they're saying, you will find out that those things are really a smoke screen. It's a total mirage hiding the real attack that's in the earth against God's people. Okay, there's nobody in the earth looking to blow someone up because you're dealing with a different religion. There's no one doing any terrorist activity or anything like that. That's all government planned as a pretext so that you can't focus on what they're doing and what they have always been doing to the elect and those who could see. There's two types of people in this earth. There's people who care and understand and who will fight. Those are they that the powers of this earth are very afraid of. Then you have the rest, which is the 90%. The government powers have no fear of the 90% because these people are easily controlled. They have no knowledge and don't care to know. And they are in too much fear to even think about the war that's against them. So therefore, the government propaganda have worked fine and great on the 90%. So they're not looking to focus on the masses. They're looking for that small percentage who can understand and perceive and put things together to show the masses. We believe, according to the Most High, that we were born in this day and time to bring forth this particular information. Now, the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. So in order for us to understand this impending war that we've always been in, we must go into history. Let's go to Ecclesiastes in the Bible, the first chapter. And I'm going to say this, brothers and sisters. Once we go through this lesson, be prepared to download this lesson and hold it. And if anything happens where they cancel us or take this down or whatever the case is, you can upload it to your personal YouTube account to make as many videos as you can to put it out. If you have to put it out on CD and give it to others, do so. But we're going to draw a line from the beginning up until the pending war. We're going to use history. We're going to use the Bible. We'll use the book of Jasher. Okay? And we'll also use modern day history and events to paint a picture so you'll understand exactly where we are according to prophecy and how soon the Lord will return according to prophecy, when the time of his coming. Let's go to Ecclesiastes and read the first chapter, and let's start at the 9th verse. Read it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. The things that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done.
The things that have been is that what shall be. And the things that were done is those things that shall be done. Read.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
The Bible tells us that there's no new thing under the sun, which means things really don't change that much. People don't change that much from generation to generation. They would make you believe that the Bible was ancient times and we can't think like that anymore and so many things have changed, they're lying. They have dealt with the psychosis or the psychological profile of man, and they realize that people have always been the same regardless of age or time since the beginning. Read.
Verse 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see this is new?
Is there anything that we could say, see, this is new? So the things that the governments are doing in the earth today are the things the governments have always done. The people's reaction to government have always been the same reaction. That's why they perpetually do the same thing over and over again. If the people start realizing and understand that something is corrupt or wrong, they start blowing things up so that people can go into fear and rally behind the government. It's the same thing over and over. The patriotism game. It's the same thing over and over. And there's a people behind it. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you how the powers, the satanic powers, play on our ignorance, focusing on the 90%. They play on our ignorance, but they also play on the fact that we understand to some degree and believe the Bible. We all understand that in the Bible, in the last days, it's prophesied that all nations are going to come up against the children of Israel. Now, I'm going to deal with that in the Bible. But I'm going to show you how the churches and the powers that be deceitfully use this information. They know that all the nations, according to the Bible at the end, will come against God's people, Israel. But I'm going to show you how they know that. This is the piece they don't teach you in the church. But this is how the powers deceived the people. They made everyone in the earth believe that they were the Jews or the Israelites, so that they can be protected by default at the very end while they are attacking everyone else. Now think about that. That's diabolical, but it's very smart. If the Bible says that all nations are going to come up against Israel at the very end and that God will protect them, then if they can say that they are Israel instead of being Romans, they'll be protected by all governments of the earth as well as the religious institutions. So there's a shield or protection around them that you can't attack them because of who everyone thinks they are. Oh, what deception. While they are executing the wars and financing the wars, they have an automatic protection in place that will stop the people from attacking the attackers. Yeah. But really, the people who are the fulfillment of the prophecy are being attacked, and no one is protecting them. No one is protecting the real Israel that all the nations are coming up against to destroy. I sat back this morning, I thought about this, and I said, you know what? Through the Spirit of the Most High this Sabbath, I'm going to go into this every way I know how. And I hope that through the Spirit of the Most High, this speak to brothers and sisters' heart all around the earth to understand what time we're in. Regardless of what you feel, regardless of what you think, today we will give you information that's beneficial for your life. And the information we will give you will help you prepare for the time to come. That's the whole point of this. We don't ask anything in return but for you to understand and prepare. Let's go back to the beginning. Because this war didn't start with nations. This war started in the belly of a black woman named Rebecca. It started in the belly of a sister named Rebecca. Let's go back to Genesis, the 25th chapter. And let me make this clear. I'm not here race baiting. I'm just telling you the truth. Okay? This pending war is racial. It have always been racial. It's just that what side of the race you're going to stand on. You're going to stand on the side, the race of Christ, or are you going to stand on the side of the race that was trying to kill Christ at his birth? Because that's what it was. It was genocide when they was looking to racially destroy the king of Israel. That was racial. It was racial when the Hamites wanted to destroy Moses and kill them all in fear that the king would come through the loins of Jacob. You think that's changed? There's nothing new under the sun. They're looking to destroy Jacob today in mass genocide. That's really the plan. But if you don't know history, you will be on the wrong side of history. Now, I'm going back to the beginning with this struggle in the womb. And I'm going to show you beyond any shadow of a doubt that that same struggle happens today. We're going to give you the history of Jacob and Esau. And we're going to show you how Jacob operates. And we're going to show you how Esau operates. That's the war. That's the war. All right? Now, the problem is you have shields on both sides. You have those of Esau who would come through and work with the children of Israel and work with Christ's people to help protect them in that time of trouble. And you have some who would come and infiltrate to destroy in that time of trouble. And you have that on both sides. Even Jacob. You have Jacob who will sell their own brother out for this system. That happens in this earth. You have Jacob say, well, listen, don't worry about the Bible. Don't look at the Bible. But let me tell you, all the other nations are just players in the game. But when it's prophetic and comes to worldwide domination, there's really a war between two. Just two. Jacob and Esau. Let's go to Genesis 25.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padan Aram, the sister of Laban, the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Most High for his wife, because she was barren. And the Most High was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived.
So what happened here is Isaac prayed to the Most High because regardless of how many tries, they were trying to have a child and couldn't. She was barren. So Isaac prayed to the Most High, and Rebekah became pregnant. Read.
Verse 22. And the children struggled together within it.
They fought in the woman's womb. What were they fighting for? They were fighting for dominion and rulership in the woman's womb. Read.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
So if I'm blessed to have a child when I couldn't, why am I going through these unorthodox, these serious pains? Read.
And she went to inquire of the Most High.
So she went to pray to the Most High to get some spiritual answer. Read.
Verse 23. And the Most High said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
And the Most High told her, there's 2 separate nationalities within you. Now, this is the first time this have ever happened in history in which you would have 2 different distinct DNA strands, 2 distinct nationalities, and one that comes from one black woman and one black man. That was unheard of, to have a separate nationality in the same womb. But that's what happened here. So the Most High says, listen, you got 2 children in your womb that's fighting against each other. They're 2 distinct nationalities. Read.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
2 distinct people.